Okay, we are here. We
Are
are
we?
live. And oh, I'm so excited. I am bringing back my Crystal Visions series that I had been doing on my other channel. And I'm so excited to find another crystal and stone lover like me. And I was like, Julie, want to help me bring back the show? And she's like, of course I would. So, everybody, this is Julie from Little Zen Crone,
Hello.
and I hope I got that right.
You did.
And so, of all the new channels that I'm learning, I'm trying to be very careful. I tend to sometimes transpose. So,
Oh,
all right, off to a good start.
no worries. We're starting out right. We're doing well.
Yes, we are. And so, Julie isn't a stranger to the Tarot Tube community, but she's new pretty much to me and my new channel here. So, I'm just going to hand it over to Julie as people are coming in. If you want to share about yourself and your
Sure.
channel, and then we'll
Sure.
start talking about, we'll say hello to peeps, and then we'll start talking about our stones.
Now I can't see the peeps. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'll put comments and stuff up on the
Okay.
screen when we can. So yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm Jillie Little Zen Crone, and I have been around for a while, although I took about a 3-year hiatus, maybe more than that. And I just came back to YouTube back, gosh, maybe June or July, and have been sort of slowly tiptoeing my way back in. And I'm in again. I'm in again.
Yeah, she's back.
She's back. I'm doing a couple of series. I have one that's called, I just started last week. It's called Monday Mantras, where I just come on and with a mantra for our week and sort of how that came about for me. And the other one is the Rune Circle. I have been studying runes for about a year, and I study the Anglo-Saxon runes, not the Elder Futhark runes, but they're very similar. They're the same up until 24, and then the Anglo-Saxon runes have more runes involved. So I've just been doing that every week, talking about each rune in order. I think we're going on our 10th or 11th rune. I think our 10th, and so it's been 10 weeks. And then I do a little thing on Fridays, twice a month. I do it around the full moon and the new moon, and that is called, um, what is it called? Wine and Tarot. Wine and
Sip
Tarot,
sip.
where we have a glass of wine or not, and we talk about tarot. And I usually have somebody on with me and interview them. And or it's not even like a formal interview. We just kind of talk about how we got into tarot, and you
Very
know,
cool.
and then so that I make the person who's going to be the guest work. They have to bring a tarot spread, and then we all do a tarot spread together.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I
Well, I
would love to
think I
join
should
you for
have
one of
to
those.
schedule you in for one.
It would be great.
It would
Yes.
be so much fun. And personally, I live in the mountains of Pennsylvania. If anybody is, if anybody knows about Pennsylvania, I live on the east side of Pennsylvania, up towards Wilkes-Barre. So I live in that area with my husband of 32 years, Mr. Honey,
Mr.
and,
Honey, I love that.
and our crazy dog, Henry, boxer dog Henry.
Aw,
And I have 4 children. All of them are grown and out of the house, and 4
wow.
grandchildren.
Wow. So you have quite the little clan going there over.
You would think so. My plan was that I was going to live, that my children were going to live close to me, and we were going to have weekends and holidays. And in my head, I had all these visions of watching football
Oh,
together and Sunday
football.
dinners, and none of that ever happened. They're
Oh,
in different parts of the country and world, and we don't
okay.
see each other that much.
Do any of the kids or grandkids share in your love of tarot or crystals, or is that just something that that's your little, your bliss.
My my I shared tarot decks with my daughters, my two daughters, and my
Nice.
youngest son. My youngest son to this day has a tarot deck on his coffee table that I gave him. And once in a while, he'll pull a card or he'll let me pull a card for him. But he has recently started, which totally floored me. He started reading the I Ching. And
Okay.
I just think I'm trying to like contain my enthusiasm because I don't want him to say, oh, forget it, So I
Yeah.
was like, wow, that sounds really interesting. My oldest daughter does have some tarot decks, but she's the one with the four children. So her life is very busy and she's very interested in the Crone's compass. And so I will say she's interested, but she
That's
just feels
nice.
like her life is too full right now.
My family wanted nothing to do with it. I'm like the black sheep of
Oh,
the
oh,
family.
in my family of origin, I'm definitely the black sheep. Always
Ah.
different. I heard that a lot. I heard that a lot in my life. Why do you always have to be different?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind being different because
Oh
being the
God,
same as everybody else is boring.
yeah.
So,
I should also say, just for you know, just for fun, that I happen to also be an ordained Zen priest.
here we
Um,
go.
I started studying Buddhism about 25 years ago now, and 6 years ago I was ordained as a Zen priest, and I have a little sangha, little community group of women, and it's a women's sangha. We meet on Sundays and talk about the Buddha and meditate a little bit. And then I also have a Wednesday meditation group on Zoom that meets Wednesdays at 9 a.m. for anybody who wants to come.
Nice. And you
I
can
mean,
get
anybody
that
can come to Sundays too, but
Sunday. So if you want to be a part of that, Jillie's information is in the description box for you to reach out to her. It's her channel. I believe I got her Instagram in there and her Facebook page. So, and contact information. So if you're interested, give her a holler.
oh my gosh,
And
and I forgot one more thing. Do you
okay,
mind?
no,
One more thing, I promise. I started writing a little publication. Let's see, the first one came out in August, and it's called The Crone's Compass. And it's called The Crone's Compass
I
because
love that.
people in wine and tarot, we had a choice of like three or four names, and they all like chose The Crone's Compass.
I love that.
And it's about a 45-page document. Like it's a guide of sorts, I guess, but it talks about tarot and it talks about the moon phases and astrology, and there's some like some ceremony and ritual that you can do, and usually a seasonal craft. And then there are bonus pages or a bonus section for, like, I did
Oh,
one for
nice.
Samhain, and that's available on my buy me a coffee page, and that's available. You can see that on my YouTube channel. If you go there, you'll find it.
Oh, wonderful. I love that. It's like a little, like there for a while there, I don't know if it's still in publication, but the Sage Goddess publication that started up, and I don't know if their original location is up here somewhere in Upper Oregon. And I remember seeing them in my 20s, and I think Anne still runs it. You don't see it very much in the magazine sections anymore. But she started out with around that many pages, and then over the years it got a little, when it got more popular, she had some more columnists,
Oh,
they would do things like they would have ones that, from Crone perspective. They
oh,
would have ones about herbs and roots, and sometimes focusing on a particular goddess um, or event, or just, oh, I wish I had one of them still left over after all these years. But if they're still in print, Sage Woman, I would definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
so
I really enjoy putting it together, and it started as kind of a way for me to get all of my notes and all of my things together in one place.
mhm.
And then from there, it just kind of grew into this thing. And it's $3. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money on it. I think that magical tools should be um, affordable to everybody.
Yes,
And
I agree.
yeah, so if
Check it
anybody,
out.
yeah, definitely check it out. November's just came out on
Okay.
last Thursday or Friday. So yeah, November's is available.
Oh, that is wonderful. I love that. Writer, you know,
Priest.
crystal priest. I mean, that's wow. So I'm surprised that in Buddhism you're referred to as a priest and not a priestess. So for me, sometimes I slip up and I say priestess, and yet there is a woman who's on YouTube that works with the Morrigan, and she refers to herself. I thought she was going to say I'm a priestess of the Morrigan, and she says no, I'm a priest. And so I find that very interesting how some people, whether it's a male-based or a female-based deity they're working with, sometimes they will choose priest over priestess. So
Well,
it's
that's
interesting.
really interesting because, of course, in Zen world and in the Zen Buddhist world, it's very patriarchal.
Hmm.
Patriarchal. We didn't have
Yeah.
women priests
Hmm.
for a
Anything.
very long time. We didn't even know, like, there was an absolute lineage, male lineage from the Buddha on down. Like, I'm part of a lineage. You can see where I fit in and things, right? But there was not a woman's lineage until 2010.
So it's changing with the times.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
See, the women start just keep, she's coming back.
Now,
You can't
some women
suppress her
priests
anymore.
call themselves nuns,
Hmm.
but
Oh,
I don't know. I just
you're
always,
just you. You be you,
I know
right?
it's just me.
So let's start saying hi to some people. We've been on for
Okay,
about 15 minutes. So
okay.
Jax was here. This is Jacqueline. This is Mangled Unicorn. Hello, my dear.
Hey,
And I
this
know
is
I got,
Jax.
yeah, her name is Jacqueline, but we call her Jax.
I've seen you in chat. Hello.
And this is Jackie, my friend over in Ireland. She's joining us from the Cork area. So
I know
hello, Jackie, my
Jackie.
dear.
Hi,
Um,
Jackie.
Miss Nancy is here. Uh,
Nancy.
and yep, remember to do all the YouTubey things. And she put up your channel. So thank you,
Thank you so
Nancy.
much.
And Magic with Moonlight is here. This is Shay. So
Hi,
hello,
Shay.
Shay. I know I have a lot of catching up to do. So we have a Sending Universal Butterfly, but we just call her Butterfly
Hi,
here.
Butterfly.
So let's see who else. We have Julie, Spiritual Alchemy Energy. Hello, Julie.
Wow. Hi, Julie.
Jackie, another Jackie.
Another Jackie. Three Jackie.
I know three Jackies now. I know Jackie Jacaranda, Jackie's Crystal Moon, and now Jackie Jan. So hello, Jackie. And let's see, everyone's saying, oh, and Nancy said, I've missed you, Jillie, but I understand about taking a break.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
sometimes we have to do that.
I'm here.
And let's see, everyone is saying hi. We also have Janet Lee.
Hi,
Hello, my dear.
Janet.
Thank you for being here. More people. Everyone's just so friendly. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Saskia, Kalispara. Saskia, she is from Greece. So
Hello.
Kalispara is hello, is the greeting. So I hope you're having a beautiful day in Greece, my dear, and you too, Jack. Well, Jackie's in the nighttime now, so
They're all in the
going into
nighttime
her
over there
evening.
now.
Yeah. So thank you for being here. And hey, girls, I'm back. Oh, I had a neighbor pop in. So she is back with us.
Oh,
Wonderful. And no, there's the other Jackie Jacaranda. I didn't
oh
know she
my
was here.
goodness.
I love saying her last name, Jacaranda. So, so we have all three Jackies. I know this is way too many Jackies. I love it. So, let's see. Everyone again saying hi to each other. Oh my goodness, and we're all caught up. So today, let me take this down. Um, Jillie had a couple stones that she wanted to share that she loves from her collection. And sometimes it's hard. I know I can speak for myself, but it's like trying, you're not trying to choose your favorite kid. It's like, oh, which ones do I want to? Oh,
It is. It is like trying to choose your favorite.
and so for me, I picked the opal, but Jillie is my lovely guest today, and she had a couple of crystals that she wanted to share with us. So I'll just open the floor and let you take over, and
Oh
I'll
my
keep an eye on
goodness.
chat.
Oh, thanks so much. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I want to get to my notes. So I won't be able to see myself. So if I go out of frame, just let me know, or, just let me do my
That's
thing.
fine. One of these days, I'm going to have one of those nice computers where you can like bring up an image where everybody can see we're all on the screen. You know what I? That's
Oh,
the really
yeah.
nice tech I like to get
My
someday.
son works in IT, and he asked me, I don't know, this was in the summertime. He said, do you want a second monitor? And I'm like, no, I don't want a second monitor. What would I use that for? And now I know.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
and we have Jonathan joining us.
oh,
And this is
Jonathan
Jonathan
Daly.
Daly. Yes. And Jonathan, we got to schedule
Oh,
another live painting together. So,
oh my goodness. Now I feel bad because I have this beautiful crystal necklace that Jonathan made me.
oh, you have one too.
How
Nice.
many years ago, Jonathan, was that? Like, it was I think it was during the pandemic. So that had to have been like 4 years ago, but it's beautiful. It has, um, well, the skull on it is citrine. So I call the necklace
Ooh,
Scully. No, I call the necklace Sunny because it just looks like sunshine for me. And it was a necklace to kind of help me through the dark months of winter. And it really did.
that's beautiful.
Anyway, I have two crystals. One of them, well, both of them I talked about in a video which you saw, Heather, which is how this whole thing got started.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So my favorite, like everyday um, stone is this little guy.
I'm going
And
to put you on the big screen so we can, let's see, let's just switch you over there. There we go.
can you see?
Yep.
It's a ruby and zoisite, and I don't know if you can see the sparkles in it, but it's really beautiful. And it is a healing stone, and I'm trying to find my notes. Oh my gosh. Um, it's a healing stone, and it is for me, it's a stone of protection. Okay. So the ruby and zoisite it's also called aniolite, if that's correct. I
There's a
didn't
lot
know
of
that
different names
until
that
I
people give some
started
stones. Yep.
till I started looking at this. And the zoisite is a calcium aluminum silicate, but it's a natural stone, and it's for and I very often, and when I first got this, I used this for my heart chakra, and then somebody told me that you could use it for your third eye, and I've used that as well. And I've also used it to align. The zoisite is very aligned to your root chakra as well. I find it very grounding, very balancing, especially during times when, I've been really upset about something, or, the world just seems like it's going topsy turvy,
Yeah.
or so I just, or yeah, so I have this with me. It's emotional healing. Um, and yeah, so I have carried this with me for a very, very long time. Not every single day, but many, many times this will be in my pocket. And then the other stone.
Can I just say something really quick? When I first
Yeah.
started working and learning about crystals, when I worked at Crystal Magic in Flagstaff, that was a very popular store. I think that's when it was starting to really come on the market and people were starting to pay attention to it because our store owner had gone down to the Tucson show and brought up quite a few stacks of the stone. So I got to see it in raw form and in polished, and it's really beautiful in person if you can get to a crystal shop and take a look at them. They do have a nice little sparkle to them.
This is I got this because I used to trade hours in the crystal shop for time in their Reiki room. I'm also a Reiki master, and so I used to do Reiki in their Reiki room, and then I would work in the shop to balance that time out. And it was the first place I saw it. I've never seen it since, although it's not like I get to a bunch of rock shops either. So there's that. But I also did see this in raw form in the shop, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely, it's a stunning stone. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, oh gosh, I can't remember what they're called, but you know when you cut the amethyst and you can see all the crystals in it?
Yeah, when they're the slabs or the slices, but yes.
Yeah. It sort of reminds me of that, but not as big. Like it's they're littler. I don't know. I'm not explaining it well, but
And
anybody
says
who knows
Reiki and crystals marry so well together. The energy from
oh my gosh, yes.
Yep.
I use crystals and Reiki all the time.
That's how what I had to do to learn about crystals in Arizona was I had to first take at least a Reiki level 1 and 2, at the in Sedona. Our store was connected to the main place that did the Reiki training in Sedona. So I had to get to level 1 and do level 1 and 2, and then Laurel was like, okay, now you can do the Reiki crystal 1 and 2. So they do definitely go hand in hand together. They're beautiful practice that you can
think
play.
so. And I used to balance chakras as part of my Reiki treatment. And I found it very interesting that I cannot say 100% because I didn't start out thinking about this, but I'm going to say 95% of the people, well, 99% of the people I saw were women. And 95% of those women, their solar plexus chakra was out of balance. And that's the seat of our self-esteem, so I started balancing chakras, and it was
citrine is good for that too.
Pardon?
Citrine is good for that.
Yes, citrine. That is what I used.
And I love honey. I know I'm going off stone here, but honey and yellow calcite are beautiful stones for that too. So, okay, I digress.
No, I love it. And it kind of goes down to what works. What works.
And really quick, I was going to state this at the beginning of the video, but I'm going to insert this now, and it's also in the description box, especially just for YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're talking about spiritual, and if we mention any healing attributes, physical, emotional, or mental, that is just sharing our personal experiences and the knowledge that's out there. But as always, seek professional help and medical assistance from your doctors. So that little blurb out there, and we can continue.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I get so excited I forget to put the little.
Well, and we all steer our own ship, right? We all steer our own life, and this is just information that's out there. I'm not making it up; it's all out there. But you're right. We have to do what's right for each of us. Has to do what's right for ourselves.
And when you look at different books, you'll see that some people say, well, this stone is good for this. And then you'll go to another book and you'll see someone saying, well, this is what this stone, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not the same. But for all of us, we resonate different. So one stone might help us heal on different levels than another stone that's already been known, that's associated with that. So it's basically each of our own and how we react and connect with the energies of the crystals, because we all vibrate differently.
So the other stone that I brought was one that I pointed to in that video, and I said, I can't remember what this stone is, and it was sitting behind me, and I said, I think it's Septarian, but I'm not sure. Then I found out that indeed it is Septarian.
Ooh,
this guy, and he's been sitting on my bookshelf in my living room since I got him. I think he sat on my end table for just a little bit, but he lives there. And the reason I got this out was because I read that it is the stone for Sagittarius. And
Really?
yes, and I know that there are a couple of Sagittarians in the
I
chat,
wonder who.
in the Zoom room. I don't on
I'm
this.
the Saggy.
Me too.
Oh, okay. I can remember, like, did we already tell each other
Yeah,
we're
we're just a couple
Saggies?
days apart. When are you?
I think you're the 7th. I'm the 6th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep. So it is. Yeah. So it is this one of the stones of Sagittarius. So I found
Wow.
out.
And it's funny, I don't resonate with the stone at all, but that's very cool. That's
And
very
when I
cool.
saw this one, I absolutely did. And so it's not, so Septarian is not a single, it's not a single stone, as you can tell, right? It's called sedimentary rock. If you go back to your earth science class when you were in junior high school or middle school, sedimentary rock is when rocks kind of smush together for millennia, and they become one conglomeration, sort of.
Yeah.
And so the typical components of Septarian are calcite, which is yellow, aragonite,
Aragonite.
aragonite, which is often brown.
Tomato, but I know it as aragonite.
Okay, limestone, um,
Ooh.
or a matrix of clay and limestone, which is often gray, and it sometimes includes white barite. And Septarian, of course, comes from the Latin septum, which I didn't think about this until I got these notes. And then I thought, well, of course, Septarian, septum, it means division. And it's awfully formed in marine and muddy sediment. Didn't realize that.
Marine either, yeah.
Again, the properties are grounding and earth connections. And honestly, if we went through my stone collection, there's a theme: grounding and earth connection. Yeah, because of its earthy composition. It is also used in communication and speaking. And I never would have thought that, because I always thought blue stones for the throat chakra,
Yes.
right? But communication and speaking, it can help with speaking one's truth and public speaking, communicating effectively. Emotional healing and transformation. Septarian is said to assist in releasing old patterns and transforming and stabilizing emotions and creating a protective shield around one's aura. So, like for Samhain, this sounds like it would be a great stone to have around during Samhain.
That, like, shungite too has similar, and black tourmaline, they all seem, and obsidian, they all seem to have that same similar, and with the dark colors that connects it with your base and root chakras too. So
Yeah. And so
look at that.
this is what it says: the chakra associations are root, sacral, and solar plexus. And interesting. So the other zodiac sign that this stone is connected with is Taurus, which Taurus and Sagittarius are kind of opposites.
But Taurus is an earth sign, I think, though. So with it being a sedimentary rock and good for, like, with the limestone and everything, but being a lower chakra stone, I could kind of see where they would connect it to a sign like Taurus. Being stable and grounded, and I want to say maybe practical. I don't know. I know 3 Tauruses, and they have some similarities, but then they have, like, completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the physical and healing attributes of this stone it's said to help with stress, anxiety, building confidence, mental clarity, and physical vitality.
Ooh. I
And
need that.
I mean, don't we all?
Mhm.
um, yes, I was going for the like the self, the self esteem, and I'm sure
Mhm.
that I've been a woman whose whose self esteem has suffered, like many of us, and yeah, so it's I don't think I knew that when I bought this stone. I don't think I did, but I just really like the look of it, and I think that what you need comes to you.
Yeah. And Beth joined us, and Beth, we're that's Jillie's second stone she's sharing, and it's Septarian, right? Did I pronounce
Yes,
it?
yes.
Septarian. So I'm just going to back up a little bit
Hey, Beth.
because Jonathan has been sharing a lot because we know Jonathan loves his crystals like
Oh
us,
my
so
goodness,
he's been
Jonathan does love his
sharing. He says, I have a champagne calcite, which I don't know what that looks like. I'm going to have to look that up. It sounds gorgeous. That has a chunk of black tourmaline by my front door. So
Ooh,
nice. It's like that, both cleansing and purifying, absorbing
yes.
negativity. And people are just absolutely going, wow, over your stones.
Oh,
Um,
gee, thank you.
and Jonathan says, I prefer to meditate with my crystals and ask them what they want to do, their work with me, what to do with their work with me.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's a smart thing to do as
mhm.
well, because you know, who made this up? Like, who made this up that this stone goes with this? It was
Exactly.
most probably, it goes back to indigenous peoples and what they used these stones for. And each group of indigenous people used them for different things depending upon where they
Mhm.
were.
Just like their herbs and everything else.
Yes.
Everything on this earth is provided for us to help us sustain life and to live. And Jonathan also said, I have several Septarian, also known as dragonstone towers and skulls. So it's also known as dragon stones for all of our dragons
Oh
out
my
there.
gosh, that just flipped a switch for me, Jonathan. I remember that now.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jonathan. There you
Thank
go.
you, friend.
And Jan says, my dad was a Sag. My dad was a Scorpio. His birthday was the other day, but according to Real Sky, I would be Scorpio, but I'm happy being a Sag. Um, let's see. And Butterfly said, exactly, Jonathan. I also meditate with them, just like having a conversation with someone. Yes. And Jonathan also shared communication from a place of centered thought and understanding. And thank you for everybody sharing each other's links for their channels. I
Oh my
appreciate
goodness,
that so
yes.
much. And Janet says, oh, that may be good for someone in therapy or doing shadow work.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I said. I You probably missed that part, Beth. I did say that.
No, this is
Was that
Janet.
Beth that said that? Oh,
That's
whoever
Janet.
said that. Yeah.
That was Janet. So yes, for shadow work. And that's when Beth popped in. Hey Beth, what's going on, girl? And Nancy also said, maybe that's why I love it so much. I'm a Taurus. I have several pieces and love each one. There you
Mm,
go, Nancy. And so catching up, and Jonathan also shared, personality comes from so much more than just our sun sign. It's the
yeah.
mix of signs in our chart that makes us who we are. Yes, yes, and yes. So,
Jonathan, I'm a Scorpio moon. I bet you could never guess that.
oh, fur baby.
Yeah, he wants to go out. Does anybody mind if I get up real quick? It's a
Oh
tiny house. I'm right
no.
there.
Let the little buck out. We don't want to keep him from going pee pee. That's okay. Yeah,
I'll
we
be
don't want him to
right
hold that.
there. I'll be right back. I'll run and grab my if you don't mind, I'll run and grab my necklace that Jonathan made me.
Oh, I would love to see a
Okay.
piece of
I'll be
Jonathan's work.
talk
Yes.
amongst yourselves.
So my grandma used to say tinkle when her dog needed Brownie needed to go outside. She goes, "You got to tinkle." So we know it's hard for us to hold it. So no worries here. We all have fur babies, I'm sure. So yeah, with the crystals and stones, like I said, Septarian was. I think I had a piece of it once, and I didn't resonate because working at a crystal shop at that time, I got 50% off on all my crystals, and So when new slats came in, Heather got, first dibs on anything that she wanted. So I've gotten quite the collection. And since I've moved here, some stones that don't resonate with me, I've been going to the park and leaving them at the park in different places. Some as gifts for the Fae, some for, to help maybe heal some of the trees that I see that, get scarred by lightning that's been hit.
I love that.
And also, I know that there is a male and female, like Lord and Lady of a certain area in the park. There's like guardian trees there. So I've left a couple of azurite pieces there for them, in raw form. So, and you never know, someone may find one of these that, that's meant for them to have. So,
Right.
so yes, I got to start working on my crystal collection and just letting each one's know, okay, what needs to stay in my collection, and what needs to go back to nature. So
Yeah. I
um
have a bowl of just little stones. And when I go visit my grandkids, I'll take a handful with me and say, which ones do you
and
think?
it's just
Yeah. And say, which ones do you like? Which ones do you think are, guys, keep them.
that's why I have so many stones. I can't wait to bring this, and you're always welcome back to talk more crystals and stones. And Jonathan, you too, Mr. Crystal Stone Man, you'll have to come and join me for a show and we can talk about stones.
So
um
this is
yes,
my beautiful necklace.
let's put this up here so we
I
can
got
see that.
from that Jonathan made for me. This is Sunny.
Sunny was so
Is
true.
citrine. I'm almost sure of it.
It's
Is it
gorgeous.
citrine? Jonathan, you remember.
Oh my goodness, look at
And
all
this
those
is
stones.
there's a lava stone in here, and I think there's black tourmaline, and I can't remember what the blue is, but hopefully he remembers, or he can look at it and say, "Oh yeah, oh it's sunstone. That's what it is. It's sunstone."
So he says the skull is petrified coral.
Okay.
And everyone's going, oh my, and beautiful.
Yes.
Yes, it
And this necklace, when I'm not, if I'm not meditating with it, it goes around. I have a big statue of Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin wears it.
oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes. I tell Jonathan one of these days, if I can ever do it, I gotta come to Hawaii and I gotta meet with Pele. And I think that would be the necklace I would want him to make for me, as a Pele
Um, we have
necklace.
we have a poster of who's the isn't wasn't Pele a female
Oh
goddess?
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. She's
So I have
the
a
female goddess of the
beautiful poster
volcanoes.
of Pele that I got when we went to when Mr. Honey and I went to the Big Island before we were married, um, and before I knew Jonathan.
Wow.
But yeah, we were there for a week. It was beautiful and wonderful. Mark wanted to stay, and I got a little bit like, "Oh God, it's an island. How do we get off?"
Jonathan shared during one of our shows that he actually got to meet Pele, and she presented herself to him in human form.
Oh
So,
my
yeah,
gosh!
every now and then I'll see her, I'll think of her, and I'm like, okay, tap into that fiery energy. So,
I want to
and
tell
one,
you something about Jonathan too, because when you're Jonathan's friend, he is a friend for life, and he is a person
yeah,
who, particularly in the wintertime, will send me pictures and short little videos of his walks on the beach. And I
yep,
so appreciate
he
that.
sends them to me too. They're beautiful. And Jonathan says, we have a painting of Pele watching over our front door with her two dogs.
He has a Kilauea.
I
I have
believe
a picture
so.
of Pele, and she's like morphing in Kilauea. It's beautiful. It's not a painting, it's a poster, but
Oh,
it's
that's
framed in the
beautiful.
bedroom.
Yes. She's a powerful deity, for sure. So I guess I'll move on to mine. And I have
Yes.
many specimens. So for me, when people talk about having a spirit guide, spirit animal, for me, I have a spirit stone and crystal. And now growing up, I was not allowed to have this because my mother was raised with superstitions. And Opal, which is the birthstone pretty much for the month of October, I don't know how this came about. It's something that maybe I could research at another time, but apparently, if opal is not your birthstone and you wear it, you have bad luck. And I'm like, well, what about the other stones that people wear that's not there? So for me, I was not allowed because my mom was afraid I was going to bring bad luck into the house.
I
So
had a beautiful opal surrounded by rubies. And I'm a Sagittarius. That was my mother. It was my mother's ring, and I wore it. And I don't consider myself having.
yeah, it's that silly, folklore. So but my mom stuck with it. So after, I moved on and she moved on, I was like, okay, where are my opals? Of course, the opals that I would really love to have are a little spendy, at least to say, especially the ones from Australia. And
Hmm.
but over the years, I've accumulated a few. Some of them are common. So, in a lot of the opals that are in jewelry that you find in the the stores, like in the mall and like at Walmarts and stuff, a lot of those opals are other opals that have like leftovers that have been kind of grinded and mixed with an epoxy and put into the rings. But for me, I fell in love when I was in Arizona. I could not believe I found an opal that was for like $15. So I love the fiery opal, but I have a lot of common opal as well. And I didn't realize really how many different forms of opal there were. So it's just kind of like, which one of my little ones here do I grab first? So I have, let's see, I have a couple of Boulder opals, and there's actually in Oregon there is what's known as Oregon Boulder opal. I'm not sure if one of these are that, but at some point when I'm out of Ashley, because we have some crystals in some of the stores, but nothing like an actual crystal shop. So that'll be probably a trip, into
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
Eugene or further out in the future. And
My
they're hard
mom
to
didn't have a
see,
crystal shop either. Ooh.
but this is one, and you can't see because it's the sparkle is very. What you're seeing
Oh,
mostly is the gloss that was placed over it, the
how
the, the
cool is it? Oh
varnish.
my gosh, it's
Um,
beautiful.
it was actually a bead, and it kind of broke it a little bit when I was trying to make a necklace back in the day. But I have that one, and I
Was
have
that a, wait a minute, was that a Sedona one?
I got this in now where it came from. I'm not sure, but most of my crystals here, except for a few, are from when I worked at Crystal Magic, and then there was a couple places in New York where I got mine. But this one here, I'm not sure where, but it's also another bead, um, and it's hard to see. I'm going to put myself on the bigger, so some of it's hard to see, especially on my screen. You really can't see, but there's like specks of blue, and when the light hits it, you can see like a little tiny fire in there.
Oh my goodness,
Um,
it looks like an amber color. Is that correct?
no, it's actually blue. There's like
Oh,
a
it's
little
blue.
blue.
Okay. Well, I have the eye thing, so there you
Yeah.
go.
And you can see some of the fire in this one. This is like a fire opal. Again, my camera, that's the back of it. So it's kind of, and there was another one that I have. I packed it somewhere to be safe. And do you think I know where that is right now? No,
It's
but I
very
have plenty
safe.
to share.
Wherever it is, it's very safe.
And this one here is going to be hard to see. The fire is kind of dark. Um, but when the light hits it just right, you can kind of see some of the fire, the reddish fire and green that's
How
in there.
beautiful.
Now this is another opal with a little bit of sparkles. Again, it's hard to see. I have several pieces of this, but it's more of like a blue. Let me go this way.
Oh,
More of a
that would
blue
look so
color.
pretty wrapped in wire for in a necklace.
I used to do that, and yeah, not anymore. And this one here, it looks just like it's straight up black, but if you put a little bit of water on it before it dries, you can see like a sparkle. that's in it. So that's black opal. And now I have a piece of chrysocolla that was called opalized because some water got in there. There's no fire, but still it has like an opalized. You can kind
Isn't
of see.
Persicola also called parrot wing?
I am not sure. That might be a newer name. I've never heard of parrotwing at all, so it's possible. Here's a slice of fire opal, and again, it's kind of hard to see, um, but you can see
I,
some of the shimmer in
I
there.
love that. Like they're all just so different.
Hmm.
The
And
colors
then
are so different.
there's a stone called green opal, which is basically just there's no fire in it
Mm,
at all. But it does have elements of opal. I'm not exactly sure. I got this through Fire Mountain Gems many years ago. Again, like I said, it's hard to see, but in person, the color is just there's no fire, but it's still very beautiful, very earthy.
God, it's gorgeous.
And what else do I have here? So I have two pieces of Andean opal. So that's one of them. It used to be wire wrapped, but I took it apart because I didn't like how it was wrapped, and so it just kind of sits. And so that's one of my Andean opals, and another one. This is
Mm,
very like watery, very blue. It's more translucent in the camera. And then we have this baby. This is I just love the energy in this one. This is a pink opal. It's an opaque one,
mm.
but it has a very soft pink hue to it.
Oh,
Um,
how gorgeous is that?
I love.
What are those like little the darker?
I am not sure. I got this at a store in North Tonawanda. All I had seen was that she said it was pink opal, and I'll have to look that up later on. I'm not exactly sure,
What color is it?
but the dark markings are like a brownish black, but it's a pink opal, so it's a very soft, watery pink.
Mm.
Thank you, Jonathan. And then there's another type of opal called gerasol, and or jelly opal, which is also known. And I have a sphere of it, and I thought it was cool because I got this. I know it might be kind of hard to see, but there we go. It looks like there's a feather inside of it.
Did you say Girasol
Yeah, it's called gerasol,
with
or
a
also
G?
known as, yes,
Do you remember
or jelly opal.
back in the day, you're probably too young for this. I think
And
back in
then
the day there was a TV show called The Ed Sullivan Show.
yeah, I remember. I've heard of it. Hmm.
And on the Ed Sullivan Show, they had like these ads, and there was an ad for this like elixir, okay, called Gerasol. You were supposed
I know there's vitamins or something called gerasol, but this is something I think different as far as I know.
I
It's
wonder
also
if
known
it's
as
for
jelly opal too.
vitality though.
It's also known as jelly opal as well because it's almost like a gel kind of like. And then
Mm,
we have what's on the market, which is called opalite. And while it is man-made, it's not pure opal. But from what my teacher in Sedona told me, that some leftover fine opal powder or dust gets mixed into an epoxy of some kind, which produces, opalite. And to me, it's still beautiful. I love it. So I have a couple different pieces, but that's the one that I brought. And getting to this here and I also got this book in Arizona. This is from like when Barnes and Noble had those really cool like discount books with different
oh
series.
yeah, yeah.
And this one came out, I think, in 2003 or 2004. I still have it. I will not part with this. 2003, and then reissued in 2006. And it's called Healing with Crystals and Chakra Energies. I absolutely
Nice.
love this book. And under the multicolored stones, um, their title is given Unlimited Possibilities. And opal describes it as a member of the quartz family, crystallizes in a slightly different form, and has a high water content, which gives it that watery, opalescent, and depending on what's in the mixture, gives it the fire in some of them. Its watery quality and great range of colors aligns the stone naturally with the emotions and emotional balance. The opal will work with emotions in areas of its dominant color. So pink opal, heart chakra, um, the Andean blues and greens, throat, maybe a little bit of the heart. And when I was also in Sedona and taking my Reiki crystal class, um, Laurel taught us about another chakra called kind of like the higher heart or the healing heart. It's like the one that's between your heart and your throat, and it sits right here. And she says opal is a stone that resonates with that area as well. Um, so brown, black, or dark blue opals will work well with the lower chakras. And the dark blues I would recommend too for, trying with the third eye as well. Because, your darker chakras, your third eye, and then the one, above between the indigos and the purples, the blues would work well with that as well. Um, let's see, effective at releasing tensions in the reproductive system, being useful for painful periods. Didn't help me with mine, unfortunately, and PMT, unless they meant PMS and they put T in there instead. Fire opal, a bright orange color, will energize and help recovery after emotional upset.
Mm.
Water opal, which is colorless. So this we're looking probably more like at the Gersol jelly opal, um, with a sheen of rainbow colors, unless it's a different one. Like I said, again, this is an older book. Can help to stabilize mood swings and energize the subtle systems of the body. And from my other book, I have a beautiful deck called Astral Realms Crystal Oracle, and it's kind of hard to see the opal, but they also put flowers and other florals and
Ooh.
designs into the cards, and it's beautiful because you can't see it unless you're together, but the gilding is like a bronze rose gold. It's really pretty. And
Ooh.
so for them in their deck, opal was associated with the north node, and it's all about expansion. And what she shared in here was that, um, well, first of all, honor spiritual path and true self. So opals help with your spiritual path and finding your true self as well. And it says here, opals act as a mirror to your emotions and thoughts and have a way of bringing pent up desires and emotions to the surface to be dealt with. In return, they will absorb these emotions in order to make room for clarity and your creativity to come through. Opals also enhance your cosmic mind consciousness and allow you to fall into your spiritual path by expressing your true self with originality. Opals can be your portal key to the North Node and lead you to your authentic path of expansion. So, and there was one more, and I know because I got a lot here. I'm just going to I highlight something. Crystalvaults.com has a wonderful section on opal, and they break down their um, their associations with each of the black opal, jelly opal, common. They go through a whole, and they talk about individual energies that can be associated with them. But what I highlighted here was opal enhances cosmic consciousness and stimulates flashes of intuition and insight. Yet it is a protective stone for deep inner work, meditations, and lower world shamanic journeys. I was like, oh, shamanic journey. So that was something that caught my attention. So that's what I have. And hello, Madame Maru has joined us.
Hey,
She is
Mara,
another.
how are you?
She is another person who loves crystals. Blue opals would be good for the throat. Yeah, but darker blues, I have like my azurite stuff work very well for my third eye. I've laid down. I don't think I have any of my azurite here with me. Um, but there are times when I put my dark blue azurite on my third eye, and boy, did that pop up. For my throat, I usually go for like softer um, blue stones, kind of like turquoise, crazy lace agate, blue lace, crazy lace agate, other stones like that. But I'm just going to back up to see.
I do have a piece of lapis lazuli. I just like saying it, lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli.
And I would put that on my forehead, and that was really
Another one.
that was
Sodalite as well.
yep. I have big pieces of sodalite around because it's supposed to bring peace and calm to your environment. I have one. I had a really difficult time for years and years sleeping, and so I keep sodalite next to my bed.
Let's,
Um,
I'm trying
Now,
to.
I have a piece of Perselli bluestone that I've never used for anything other than holding it during meditation, but I find that also very grounding and calming.
I'll have to look up that stone. I haven't heard of that one. I don't think, unless it went by a different name when I was first learning about
Well,
crystals.
Perselli bluestone is, I don't think we have it here. It's indigenous to England, and
Oh, that's right. You're saying part of the stones.
yeah,
Oh, I can't think of the name of the
yeah,
stones.
the
Yeah.
Stonehenge, the standing
There's a type
stones,
of
and
stone.
um,
Sarsen. I think it was called like they came from the Sarston, which was hauled from like 500 miles, 100. I don't know. It's just insane. I'm sorry. I was just
oh
like, I
no,
know
that's
the name. I
okay.
know the name.
That stone came from Sandra from Spirit of Avalon
Yeah,
channel.
she's
But
lovely. I like her. And another past life, my connection too with Avalon. Saskia says I have opal earrings and it's not my birthstone. Nancy says, I wear my mother's opal ring. It is surrounded with diamonds. Ooh. She
ooh,
always wore it, so when I have it on, I feel closer to her.
mm,
And Portlandia has some amazing crystal shops. Yep, that's like a 8-hour drive for us here. So once we get settled in and, I know my car is safe to do another long journey, I'm definitely going to hit that up. Once pack away safe, you'll never see it again. Oh, I've seen it. It's just that I repacked it and put it somewhere, Jonathan, so I wouldn't get lost. But I will find it, most definitely. It's a spirit stone, so I have to. I had a
mm,
great opal pendant that was knocked from my hand and it broke when it hit the floor. Oh,
oh,
Jonathan, my heart breaks. Yeah, my opals are very beautiful. And Beth said I grew up with that same belief about opals. What is it?
I
I was
never
glad
heard
to
that
let that
before.
one go. My high school ring was a black opal. Got stolen though. Yep. Beth, I had a school ring too, and all of a sudden something happened. Oh, your money order disappeared. I guess you can't get your stone, and I know exactly what my mother did, but I digress. So yeah, but mine wasn't an opal, but I totally get that, girl. So many pretty opals. I know, Jonathan. Thank you. And of course, Heather wants more. At some point, I would love to get those Walo ones. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, but Australia and Ethiopian. Opals are gorgeous, but also too, I have to make sure that when I do get my crystals, need to make sure that the energy is good because some of these crystals are harvested, especially in countries where slave basically, you know,
That
slave
is,
labor is used to mine them, and these people
I
hardly
didn't
see
think
anything.
about that when I was first collecting either. So I don't know that my crystals were ethically. I actually, I do know that some of them were ethically sourced because the geologist who, like, it was the person that I bought my rocks from, and her geologist would bring them back. So I know that they were ethically sourced there, but not all of them. And that's something I think about a lot.
And
And isn't it weird? I don't feel the need or the pull, I guess, because it's never a need, right? But I don't feel the pull to go to purchase any more crystals. So I
interesting.
suppose that, like, whatever finds you is supposed to find you. So
Exactly. It's meant to be.
if something is supposed to find me, it will.
And Jonathan sharing some more about Duracell Opal is a type of milky quartz. Mine's not as milky, but yes, often paired with a bluish glow. We had some beautiful pieces, Jonathan. Oh my God, at the store that I did end up getting. But yes, it looked exactly like this with a bluish glow that follows the light source. It is known
Mm,
for properties of promoting joy, clarity, and protection from negative energy. And then continuing, Duracell Opal is the name given to clear, bulky star quartz mined in Madagascar. The stone is associated with the throat chakra and crown chakras. It is used to stimulate the mystical arts. Ooh.
Okay, that Girasol is spelled differently than Ed Sullivan's Girasol.
So that's a good thing, right? To be able to separate the two. And let's see. So Maru is also a crystal person. She says they have used the same word for two stones. Again, it's also true Duracell opal is a type of hyalite opal that exists a bluish glow or sheen that follows the light source around. And then Jonathan says psychic developments and is used in journeying, psychic cloaking, and personal, creative, or imaginative traits. Because Duracell opal is a quartz and not a true opal, it carries the same properties. Very cool, Jonathan. I'm learning something new. And he continues. Jonathan, you're going to have to come on and do a show.
Jonathan, you're going to have to open up a crystal shop.
I mean, my goodness. And strings of clear to white strands of clear to white quartz, but it's also an excellent stone for imagination, visualization, guided direction of energies, and communication skills.
Now I'm thinking I need a piece of opal.
Oh my
Anybody
goodness.
who watches the playback, goes 5 seconds back, I was saying, I don't think I need any more crystals. I'm going to mute myself and go call my lovely dog in.
All righty.
My best friend.
Aww. And Nancy says, I meditate with lapis lazuli on my third eye. Oh, that's so sad. I've known I had a ring from my grandmother's, and within several boom, the stones were falling. I felt so bad. Let's see. Priscilla stone, blue stone, dolerite is a unique indigenous rock found in the Priscilla Hills of Wales. Oh my goodness, all this cool stuff. I'll have to share this when Jillie comes back. So I'm just going to take a sip. Yeah, Jonathan, I think somebody needs to have a crystal shop, especially stones that safely resourced from Hawaii. That would be amazing. And so Jillie is back, and Jonathan is sharing some more. Priscilla blue stone, also known as Priscilla stone or Priscilla spotted dolerite, is a unique igneous rock primarily found in the Priscilla Hills of Wales. It is famous for being one of the key materials used in the construction of Stonehenge, with theories suggesting it was either transported by humans or carried by glaciers to its current location.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, Jonathan. And Garnet is here. Heather blooming among the wild mountain thyme. He always says that when he says hello to me. I absolutely love that. Have you heard of Linda Lee, Witch America? I've heard of Starhawk. Yes, I have. Linda Lee, no, but Starhawk. If it's the same Starhawk, then I'm thinking of the author who did the Spiral Dance and Dream in the Dark. Yes.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, I was gifted a lapis lazuli pendant necklace for my birthday, and it came with a big chunk of a palm stone. Also, I have a piece of lapis that is not polished. It's raw and it's soft. It's like petal soft. The energy is softer.
Wow.
The energy, it is beautiful. I love that stone.
I have a lapis lazuli palm stone, and now I haven't seen it in a while. I'm going to have to go and seek it out.
And so Jonathan says, all of my crystals are made into wearable crystal grids. So instead of having a crystal store, you just buy the whole necklace. So.
Oh my gosh. And these, when I say this to you, so it's an investment for sure. Mm-hmm. But this these are made for you. You know, they're made for you and for what you. I mean, Jonathan and I talked about what I wanted it for, and it is very powerful.
I bet, because I know Jonathan explains the ritual. It's not just putting some stones together, stringing it on a bead, and sending it. Jonathan
No,
goes through a full on ritual with sunbathing, mood bath. I mean, the whole 9 yards. So,
yeah,
um,
it's incredible.
one of my personal wearable crystal grid necklaces is mostly lapis. So I think Jonathan's going to have to come on and talk about lapis with
I
me. What do
think
you
so.
think, Jonathan? Um, and so we are at 108, and I was wondering to, to end the show, do we want to pull cards? I have my, I don't know if you pull cards. I have a couple of my crystal decks here. I don't
I
know if you
what do I have? Well, I have. Let's see. I have a couple of tarot decks.
thought maybe we can do a collective for us and everybody in chat. This
Or
Friday is Samhain, Halloween, so I'm trying to figure out what something I can do for fun on my channel. But being Tuesday today, we still have a week ahead, so maybe get some guidance. What do, like, the message could be, what do the crystals, or what crystals, you know, um, maybe we should, if we own them, pulling cards, the crystals they may or may not have. And if you don't have one, it's okay. You can still pull up an image and meditate, or try to connect with the stone and see which crystals may want to work with us, for this week, what may resonate. So, that sound good to you, Jillie?
well, I'm working with a tarot deck, so
Mm-hmm.
we can see
I
what
got these
colors
tarots
come up
here too.
and maybe associate those colors to a crystal.
Yes.
I always shuffle in threes.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see what came up. Ooh.
Yep. And let me pull two from my deck. I have a couple here. Let me pull from my Samhain deck. I think I'll do that.
Oh, should I pull from the Samhain deck too?
Oh, it's up to you. Whatever. I
And
just have
see what we
different.
get. See if wouldn't it be cool if we got the same card?
Wow, I keep getting this one card that keeps coming up. It's for been in readings for people from last week, and also showed up in a reading for me. So this is something to definitely pay attention to. And I'll grab my Tarot de Louis and pull one and two.
Oh wow. Okay.
And you're my guest. You go first, my dear.
Okay, so from the Mara Luna deck, I pulled the Page of Swords, but I'm looking at color here, and to me, with my eye issues, that color looks like gray and black.
I see a lot of blue. Okay.
Okay, so I see what I see. So
Almost like Priscilla stone.
yeah, hi, and Mr. Honeycomb. And so, and honestly, whether it's blue or whether it's black and gray, to me this card is speaking to protection, and that is the card that I got from the Samhain deck. So um, I have a huge piece of black obsidian in my windowsill, and maybe that needs some recharge and to get my yeah, definitely want to find that piece of lapis lazuli too. So that's what I got.
What was your core card again that you got?
My core card, oh, it was the Page of Swords.
Garnet got the Page of Swords too, with this crystal kunzite. Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Very, very
you
cool.
should come into the chat sometime during Wine and Tarot, because we do a spread together, and it's amazing to see how many of us get the same cards.
Yeah. So I pulled a couple extra, so I'm just going to go for the crystal that I pull for everybody is black tourmaline.
Taking him, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Black tourmaline, the planet that rules in this deck is Pluto, and it's all about regeneration. So again, moving into when the veils are the thinnest, we're going into the darker months. It's time to start regenerate. Like the earth is going to be going into regeneration mode as we go into, late fall and into winter. So it's a beautiful time to get grounded, um, take those, any negative energies or things that no longer serve us, ground those into the earth. I got the wolf for my Samhain,
Wow.
and it says here, devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing.
Yeah.
So when we do that, we connect with that regeneration. We're finding what, draws us into the call of the wild and being out in nature and connecting with that wild primal essence of who we are. And just to end that, if there are 501s, if there is any sort of conflict or disagreement or dissatisfaction going on in your life currently, um, we got the Hierophant. So, maybe seek out a spiritual mentor, find a video, open a book. To me, the Hierophant always doesn't mean necessarily a person. It could be a book that you go to find comfort, to read, a video or music. So those are the keys to get through the conflicts. Again, too, black tourmaline is great to ground and absorb any conflict. And
That's a
also,
stone for protection as well, black
yes, it
tourmaline.
is. And
So yeah,
so,
so like with this, with the protection card,
mm-hmm,
and with that five of wands, protect yourself. Just
yeah,
because you're in just because you are in a situation where there's conflict doesn't mean that you have to lose, but it also doesn't mean you have to win at
yeah.
all costs either. And then this page, I always think of the page of swords too as like coming to the truth.
Mm, yes, I like that. Messages of truth, clarity, you know,
Yep.
communication, detection. Um, Jonathan said kunzite is blue, like that card that you had. So
Mm.
kunzite, I have a piece of kunzite. Mine's got a more of a pinkish hue to it. So I love how all stones will have different colors too. And Jackie says, I got my selenite bowl for my stones. I want to get a selenite bowl, Jackie.
Ooh.
That's on my list too. I want to get. Jackie also shared with us, I wear black tourmaline daily on my arm and or around my neck. So
Okay.
nice. And Jonathan, I have a black tourmaline pendant I can put on, and it looks just like that card's chunk. Oh, really, Jonathan? Yeah. So I wear
Jonathan, I
black.
think my necklace has black tourmaline in it. It's either black tourmaline or obsidian.
And regeneration, beautiful, beautiful. um and in reference to the wolf card, Call of the Wild by Jack Wild wrote.
Yeah.
Yep. And let's see, is that the Page of Swords from the Mara Loon
Loon,
deck?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Saskia.
I love this deck.
So,
Who
and
asked that?
that was Saskia.
Yes.
So yes, so it's the thank you Jillie, thank you, it was such a pleasure.
It went
um,
so fast.
and I'm so happy that I would go longer. I'm trying to figure out if I can do the Two of Pentacles thing and balance, because right now I'm using a free version of StreamYard, and they give you just so much time. And then if it used to be only like $30, a month for their next up, where you don't have to worry about how many hours you use. They've kicked up to $45 now.
Mm.
So I'm trying to feel out and see maybe I can, that old robbing Peter to pay Paul kind of thing, to maybe see if I could start going back to their basic subscription, so I don't have to worry about how long I go and this and that. So I've got a feeling that the universe will provide for me at the end of the month for that. So,
That's true.
um, so if moving on at some point, I'll be able to do, more shows and longer shows. Um,
I always try to keep my lives to an hour because my attention span doesn't go very much.
yeah, if it goes too long, then you get drained and everything. So
Yeah,
I
well,
like
that
hour
and
and a
Henry's
half.
attention span isn't good either. I mean, look, I was with you an hour and I had to get up twice to let him out and bring him in. It always happens, always happens. If he hears me talking to somebody else other than him, he needs to go outside, you know.
Yeah. I'm surprised Mozzie didn't come in hearing me talking to everybody. He's just like, who are you talking to, Mom? Meow, meow. So, Julie, do you have anything coming up this week or anything you want to
I
share
don't
with your
know.
channel?
So, I was thinking about doing a live on Halloween, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I have a I went to a witches night market last weekend and I thought I might come
Back
on and
there.
talk about that a little bit. Yeah, I may. You want to see my hat?
Julie, maybe we can get together Friday night. Do a joint show for Halloween if you want.
This is my hat.
Oh my God, I love that. I want one.
Lots of compliments. It's dollar store and Amazon, but I would love it. There's glitter all over my house, but
Ooh.
yeah, I had such a great time, and I actually met Jonathan will know. I met Zane from Tarot Token Witchery. Do you know Zane?
I've heard of Zane. Yes.
Zane hasn't done videos in a long time, but we became friends all those years ago, and he doesn't live too far from me, so we met in the middle at this place and did the Witches Night Walk. And I
Oh,
went with
that's it.
I had plans to go with a friend of mine, and then Mr. Honey said he was going to go too, and that's like whoa. So we all
Wait,
went
what?
together. It was yeah, it was fun. We all went together. Now the I think it's the 10th. I'm going to be on with Gerald
Okay.
to talk about it's to talk about Samhain, I guess. And it's a laugh and learn. I think it's a Tuesday. I can't remember. I don't have my calendar to hand as I should. But other than that, I'm just doing my normal everyday things on my channel. So come
All
on
right.
over and give me a like. I'm trying to get to 1,000 as you are,
Yeah.
I know. And yeah, and I'll go back and look at people's channels from here and go in and make
Yes,
sure
we have a
you
nice community
subscribe
that
to
shows
you
up
as
in my
well.
channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
it's important. And don't forget to like this for Heather. Like it and give a comment, even if it's
Yes.
just an emoji.
This lady always does now for me. Whenever it doesn't fail. Jackie, thank you so much, sweetheart, for taking that time out after the show has uploaded where you can do that and saying thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you so much, my dear. And Saskia says, thank you. Keep well, everyone. And on
Yes.
that note, yes, everyone, have a great rest of your week.
Oh,
And we will see you in some other chat or on another live. So
yes.
bye, everybody. And thank you
Take
for
care.
joining Jillie and I again. And thank you, Jillie, for joining